Find and speak to gun lodger. Find and speak to gun lodger. Find and speak to gun lodger. Find and speak to gun lodger.
My father was a thrall, as is my wife, as will our children.
Find and speak to gun lodger.
No sense trying to change fate. What counts is how you face it.
Find and speak to gun lodger.
If there is another life beyond this, I hope it is a better one.
Find and speak to gun lodger. 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 Find and speak to gun lodger.
My father was a thrall, as is my wife, as will our children be.
Find and speak to gun lodger. Find and speak to gun lodger. Find and speak to gun lodger. Find and speak to gun lodger.
No sense trying to change fate. What counts is how you face it.
If there is another life beyond this, I hope it is a better one.
Toil and drudgery is our lot.
Find and speak to gun lodger. Find and speak to gun lodger.
Rock and snow, stone and squall. Utgard's walls will never fall.
Find and speak to gun lodger. Find and speak to gun lodger.
My father was a thrall, as is my wife, as will our children be.
Find and speak to gun lodger.
What do you see, Sunan?
Find and speak to gun lodger. Find and speak to gun lodger.
Here is the stone circle, but no way into the sanctum. Another
Find and
illusion.
speak to gun lodger. Find and speak to gun lodger. Find and
I
speak to gun
promised
lodger.
to bring Gunlothur to the feast. I should not keep Suttungr waiting. The way inside is revealed.
Find and speak to gun lodger. Gun lodger's notes, entry 72, press E close. I have heard a voice. No, a reply. I called, and he answered. But I must not get ahead of myself. It was a moment so fleeting, there is a possibility it was nothing more than the trickery of an overwrought mind. I must eliminate this possibility. Repeat the procedure. Test, test. Find and speak to gun lodger. Gun lodger's notes, entry 91, press E close. The sair is strong. The threads are holding. But who is at the other end? It doesn't matter. Anyone. If this doom cannot be avoided, I will leave hope, as a squirrel buries nuts in hope of the thaw. Someone will hear my words. Someone will. I must believe that.
Gunlothur, what is this place?
Some time ago, we made powerful magic here. We sought to see all futures. But every road led to Ragnarok. Father does not visit here anymore. He sees no profit in it. But I am not yet ready to give up. You are Esir.
I am.
I have seen images of the future, heard the voices of those who will come after us.
Voices from in there?
Yes, I leave them words, little packets of possibility, waiting for unknown ears, many ages hence.
What do they say?
What do these future voices say?
They seek the wisdom of the past. They speak of things to come. But even they cannot turn the tide of Ragnarok.
There is to be a feast in my honor. Your father sent me to fetch you.
No, not yet. Listen. I want you to hear the voices. Are you there, Prophet? Can you hear me? Perhaps another day. Another thread. Come. We must not keep Father waiting.
Who are you?
Winter's knife cuts deep. Sky pearls fall thick in this land.
It is cold out here.
How can that surprise you?
I haven't been outside in... I don't know how long.
You are devoted to your work.
Not my work, my responsibility. My people ignore the disaster bearing down on them. Someone must do something. We have long searched for a solution, until the burden of it has bent my mind. I do not think as clearly as I once did.
I have heard there is one method still untested.
There is, but to activate it would mean defiling our well of knowledge, from which all of Midgard drinks. There is no telling the change it would wreak on humankind. It would bring chaos at the least. And I do not wish to hurt them.
Even if it means the death of all Jotnar.
We will find another way. We must. This land is quite...
Toil and drudgery is our lot.
forgotten. The vault, wherein our greatest discoveries are kept. Such things would do great harm in the hands of evil people. No stone walls will defend us when Ragnarok comes. All we have built here will be swept away. For so long we made magics there in that tower. Enchantment has seeped into its very walls. The wind and snow have gnawed that tower to the bone. Soon we will knock it down.
Your feast is prepared. I hope it pleases you.
You are generous and hospitable indeed, great Suttungar. None can say otherwise.
And see, your gift stands in pride of place. brimming with freshly fermented mead. Enough for 100 Jotnar and more.
This is an unexpected honor. You've filled it already with mead from your vault, then?
No need. It has filled itself. Such is the magic of the cauldron.
Impressive. But what if it should run out of meat?
Do you hear this? Harvey fears she will drink us dry. My cauldron is deep, but my vault is deeper. Do not worry about my stores of mead. I have plenty to go around.
Father, you know revelry does not suit me. Must I attend this feast? I have work to do.
Your work can wait, my daughter. Take a moment. Enjoy yourself.
Father, we have very little time.
Enjoy yourself. I insist. Harvey, the guests are uneasy. They see an Aesir, but they do not know you. Will you address them?
I am ready.
Now, we will hear from our honored guest. The Lord of the Aesir has come in peace and brought us a mighty gift. Attend.
I am a mighty warrior. I am a weaver of great tales.
I am Harvey, deft of tongue and quick of wit, here to spin you a tale.
Your stories are wasted on them. They respect deeds, not hollow talk.
I respect you. We are...
You are all brothers and sisters to me.
Do not be too familiar. Jotnar are slow to trust.
Let me praise Sutungr. Let us just...
I could go on, but who wants to hear words when there's meat and mead to be had?
You know your audience well, it seems.
Now we will drink deep and eat heartily.
Let the feast begin!
The guests are not drinking fast enough. Perhaps I can speed things along. The right food will inspire thirst. I should head to the kitchen.
No guests in the kitchen! Out! Harvey! Show us your might! Beat our champion and we will drain our horns in your honor!
Bring me this champion, and I will shine my knuckles on his jawbone.
Behold!
Do you mock me? I will not fight a withered old crone.
If you are too afraid to face her, well, that is that.
I won't play this game. Attack...
If she's truly your champion, then so be it. I'll try not to break her brittle bones, but I promise nothing.
Indeed, you are mighty. You have fought old age and won. No one has ever done that before.
Drink to me then, as you promised you would.
All of you! Empty your horns for Harvey!
The mead is half gone. Then Aegir's cauldron can be drained.
They beat the champion. Nobody's ever beaten the champion.
Drink in the name of Harvey!
Is there any sweeter music than the clash of drinking horns? Aegir, mighty friends of the Aesir. Are you not sorry to lose your cauldron?
It was never mine by right. Thor won it from Hymir so he might feast in my hall. I only kept it on his behalf. And after that bloody business with Hymir's sons, well, I'd as soon be rid of it. I'll have no strife beneath my roof.
The end of strife. I'll drink to that.
And I'll drink to anything.
I should try the archery contest. No doubt they will toast my prowess if I succeed.
What's the second worst? Greetings, Harvey. Will you test your arm at archery? You must hit 3 targets in a handful of heartbeats.
I can shoot the wings off a wasp.
Ah, but can you do it while mead-addled? Before each attempt, you must take a drink.
I'll take your challenge on one condition. For every drink I take, you take 2.
Ha! That's a condition I'll gladly accept. Are you ready?
Ready.
Show me those targets.
Then take a drink and let fly.
Close your eyes, your luck will improve.
You look a bit wobbly there. You look a bit wobbly there. Careful!
Let us hope you hold your beer better than you hold a bow.
Empty the cauldron. Empty the cauldron.
Looks glum. She has not touched.
You're not drinking, Gunluther.
I do not care for it. Drink is the heron that steals away one's memory.
Some would say it frees the spirit of worry.
We call those people drunks.
I see your wit is as sharp as your intelligence.
Wit? I was simply stating a truth.
Let us play a game. Ask me some riddles. I'll see if I can guess them.
I enjoy a good riddle. How did you know?
All great minds enjoy riddles. You fashion order from disorder, sense from nonsense.
You have me at that. Very well, I will play.
Give me an easy one to begin.
Would that I had now what I had yesterday. Find out what that was. Mankind it mars, speech it hinders, yet speech it will inspire.
Gold. A. Courage.
The answer is courage.
No, the answer is ale. I thought you would get that, as you seem so fond of it. Would you like another?
Yes.
All right, I'm ready.
Who is that shrill one who rides a hard road and has fared that way before? He kisses hard who has 2 mouths and goes only on gold.
River.
A river has a mouth and sometimes flows on gold.
A good try, but the river's kiss is soft. It is a hammer. One more?
Yes.
I feel good about this one.
Be prepared. This is the hardest yet. White-haired women, servants too, bore ale tub to the larder. No hand turned it, nor hammer beat it. But there, outside the islands, the upright one who made it.
Old age. Snow.
Snow on the trees.
You have a poet's heart, but you should have used your mind. It was swans and eggs.
Well, now the game is over. Have I raised your spirits at all?
That was disappointing. Perhaps you'd better find someone more suited to your intelligence.
Empty the cauldron.
I need to empty that cauldron. Then Sutunger will open his vault. Thralls. Somber souls will only sip at their drinking horns. Conjure us a tune to raise their spirits.
We are keen, but my harp has been stolen. We cannot play without it.
Who would steal a songbringer's instrument?
There was a group of children playing around us earlier. with mischief in their eyes.
I will get your harp back, and then you will play. Thralls, humans kept in bondage, bred to serve. Such is the fate of the lowly.
Give me an enemy.
Give it to me! I want to go! Get your grubby paws off my harp! My turn! My turn! Not you too! You break the strings with your sausage finger!
That harp does not belong to you, little thief. You should give it back.
What are you gonna do? Fight me for it?
Why don't you give me a real challenge?
All right. You want this harp? Go dive in that meat. Climb as high as you can, though. I want a big splash.
Watch and learn.
Not you too! You break the strings with your sausage fingers!
Bet they won't do it.
How many broken bones, you think? 50 at least. Maybe 100.
There. Now give back the harp, so the musicians may play.
Ymria's hairy balls! That was amazing! You must be half raven!
Who taught you such language?
Mother? Why?
Give me an enemy with the swing of an axe.
Empty the cauldron. Empty the cauldron. Empty the cauldron.
You jump next! No! You!
I'm not going, no way!
Coward.
I don't see you jumping.
I'm not ready
Empty the
yet.
cauldron. Empty the cauldron. Empty the cauldron. Empty the cauldron.
Come, give it a...
Loki.
Not me, friend. My name is Thok.
Forgive me, I thought you were someone else.
Too much drink in too little time. The cure for that is sleep.
Is that Loki there?
What's the
Surely
worst
you
that
wouldn't
can happen?
dare.
Last time I played
Empty
your
the
game,
cauldron.
I got so drunk I shot my brother in the leg.
What's the second worst?
Empty the cauldron.
You return. Keen to stretch your bowstring?
Ready.
Show me those targets.
Then take a drink and let fly!
You look a bit wobbly there. Careful!
Fine shot! Now, have a drink and try another.
Close your eyes, your luck will improve.
Presto, berjasti!
Let us hope you hold your beer better than you hold a bow.
Did you forget your mead? Drink from the cup and start again.
What can I do to get them to drink faster?
Let us hope you hold your beer better than you hold a bow.
Steady eye now. The last one is the hardest.
Let us hope you hold your beer better than you hold your bow.
You are a keen shot, Harvey. Your hand grows steadier with drink, where others lose their eye.
Another round?
Not for me. My belly roils like a knot of eels. And I see 3 of you. I think I should walk this off.
The cauldron is empty. I should tell Sutunger. Great Sutunger! Your guests thirst for mead, yet the cauldron is dry.
All gone? I never would have thought it possible. Gunnoder?
Father?
Open the vault. Instruct the thralls to bring more mead for my guests.
Do they really need more, Father? Several are unconscious already.
Do as I ask, daughter. Give them all they can drink.
As you wish. I will open the vault.
None will say that Sutunger is less than generous.
None will be capable.
Find and get the mead. Find and get the mead.
No blizzard has ever blown so long. This reeks of sorcery.
Find and get the mead.
Finally, the vault is open. The mead awaits within.
Find and get the mead. Find and get the mead. Find and get the mead.
Javi, I heard a noise and... What are you doing here?
Romance, I had to see you. Romance, I came to bring you a gift.
I wanted to speak with you away from the others. I brought you something. A gift.
For me? Thank you, but why?
Fate, Gunlothar. We are helpless to escape it, and we were fated to be here now, together.
You and I? How? It makes no sense.
The Nornir spin their patterns, and we can only surrender. We are entwined, spun together. There is perfect sense in that.
Your words, your gift, your eyes when you look upon me. You bewilder me, Javi. I do not understand you.
Listen and attend. I will show you all you need to know.
Find and get the mead. 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 The creation. 6 Press E close. The Aesir, being vain and desirous of inferiors to worship them, created the first humans, Ask and Embla, from 2 trees. Afraid of the wrath of the Jotnar, they built a fence around Midgard to keep us. Find and get the mead. 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 Find and get the mead.
The mead. By this strange magic might the Aesir evade our doom. Hyrroken has promised answers at the Well of Mimir.
Reach Mimir's well. Reach Mimir's well. Reach Mimir's well. Reach Mimir's well.
There! See? The robber caught red-handed.
Betrayer! Deceiver! I treated you as an honored guest, and this is how you repay me?
I saw you at the feast, Loki. Small wonder you disguised yourself after all you have done.
Someone needed to warn my people of the treachery in your heart. Suttungr, show this Aesir how the Jotnar deal with thieves.
Come, embrace your death!
You're not going anywhere.
Deceiver! False tongue! Dishonorable trickster!
September's ice. It's unstable. I should take cover.
You will get... I have lived too long to suffer one such as you. Your bones will splinter beneath my boots. You will fall with uncountable life.
Be thankful it was me who took your meat and not Loki. What I do for the safety of the Aesir and Vanir.
You will change countless fates, Harvey, but not your own.
We will see. Hyrroken said to find her at Mimir's well. I will deal with that venomous trickster another day.
drudgery is our lot.
Reach Mimir's well. Reach Mimir's well.
My father was a thrall.
Reach Mimir's well. Reach Mimir's well. Reach Mimir's well. Reach Mimir's well. Reach Mimir's well.
If there is another life beyond this, I hope it is a better one.
Reach Mimir's well. 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 Reach Mimir's well.
The roots of the world tree Yggdrasil feed from the well of Mimir. I am close. I sorely underestimated the heft of your balls, Oathbreaker. You dare to show your face.
Oathbreaker, I did to you what you did to my son. This is only fair.
And Suttungr, what of him?
Don't blame me for your own lack of character. You stole the mead.
For the safety of my people, Loki. For Aesir, for Vanir, for all Asgard.
But not for Jotnar. Not for me.
You let the Jotnar into Asgard. So many dead. All so you could smuggle in your son.
He was not safe here. They knew what he was, and knew what he would become. Just as you do.
I swore to you I would not harm him. That is the truth.
That is the truth now. But how it will gnaw at you, knowing that to kill my son will undo your doom. Release him, Harvey. Release Fenrir, or I swear, I will kill you, here and now.
You are out of favors, trickster, and you're welcome to try. Let's see if you fight as well as you lie.
I will feed your corpse to Fenrir.
Curse you, Loki! We were like brothers once!
I wait till Ragnarok when you can die now.
You meant to have me killed! I will never forgive that!
When my son is loosed from his bondage, he will ravage all of Asgard.
No quarter this time, Loki! You have gone too far!
You might be the strongest, but I was ever the quicker one.
Curse you, Loki! We were like brothers once! Are you finished?
Curse you, Harvey.
Your own distrust has undone you. Now go, and do not show your face again.
I cannot be other than who I am. All this was fated. All this will happen again.
But you will not be here to see it.
Do not be so sure of that. The game is not over. The game is never over!
Gone to who knows what mischief. But I will not see him again soon.
Reach Mimir's well. Reach Mimir's well.
The probabilities lead us here. The calculations give us hope.
Speaking with someone.
Do you have the mead?
I do. Must I drink it now?
Not yet. For once you drink, your Hugur will take flight and be ever fixed. Drink only when the hour of your death approaches.
Then why are we here?
When Ragnarok has come and gone, this place will remain. Remain and remember.
Wise Mimir, keeper of the well, give me your counsel.
You who seek immortality may find it within these waters. But there is a price.
As always.
The mead is not magic alone. It requires the sacred waters of Mimir's well to ferment into its final state.
Before you take these waters, you must infuse them with the blood of the Asher. To remember you, it must know you. Surrender a part of yourself to the waters that nourish the World Tree. Only then will you have that which you desire.
I have seen the price of wisdom. What I have seen the price of wisdom.
You yourself have lost much for wisdom. Beheaded by those who did not value your learning.
My Hugur is here. That is all that matters. I have learned to live incomplete. As will you.
And if I make this sacrifice, what then?
While death and ruin rage all around, the World Tree will keep you. Your body will die, but your Hugur will live on here. In time, you will be born anew, into a new world birthed from the ashes of the old.
Do you vouch for this strangeness?
I must believe it, for there is one I love dearly who depends upon it.
And there is no other way?
None.
It seems I have no choice.
You never did.
How much would you sacrifice to be freed of fate's shackles? Would you give your tongue, your hand, your sight?
I would give all that and more.
The sacrifice has been made. Whosoever drinks of the mead, the World Tree will remember them.
And you, what is your sacrifice?
My liberty. Sutungur and Gunlother will not forgive this trespass. They will hunt me now to the edges of the 9 worlds.
What are they to you?
We ruled together for a time, a noble triad, as father, mother, and the sacred voice. 6 times we tried to blunt the fangs of Ragnarok, and 6 times we failed. The mead was our 7th. But they feared how it might change the humans for the worse, so they locked it away and banished me from Utgardr. By your efforts, you have returned to me what is mine. The ashes of my husband. He made his own sacrifice for knowledge. With a few changes to this mead, I may undo old sorrows.
Do as you will. I have had my fill of this cursed realm.
Bright mind, heart's ease. Beloved, I will not fail you again.
My work here is done. Now to Asgard, to save my people.
World. Hold left mouse button, wake up.
Come, settle your mind and tell me what you have seen.
Strange things, Volker. I'm learning much and seeing more than my mind can understand.
Go on.
In Jotunheim, I sought and found a mead of incredible power. It promised a strange effect. To drink it would deliver me from death, shield me from the destruction of Ragnarok. By this mead, I hope to live beyond my own death, well into the future.
Fascinating. Was that your final vision?
They have not ended, not yet. Something compels me to return to Asgard.
The elixir is ready when you are.
The Nornir told me you'd be here. The cord is forged. Gleipnir, I call it. I'll wager there's a good story behind that wound.
A tale for another time. Thank you for this.
When you bind the beast, spare no loose ends. The cord will stretch or shrink to fit your needs.
How tightly will it hold? The beast may resist.
The more you tighten the cord, the stronger it will hold and the greater it will hurt, till the beast is rooted to the ground.
Thank you, Ivaldi. You may go.
Back to my forge?
Yes, until your debt to me is paid in full. It was the dwarves who made the world a trading post.
At least we trade in goods, not people, slave master. I'll be glad to be back on the ground, away from these angry skies.
Even Thunder's fury won't weaken my will.
World. Hold. Binding Fate. Ivor takes on Odin's doom. Hold left mouse button.
Aesir, are you near?
Javi, you're a balm to my eyes. What happened to yours?
A sacrifice for something greater. Is the wolf nearby?
Yes, but he's grown. I have kept him company, but he's consumed by a sadness I cannot understand.
Regrettable, but necessary. I knew from the start this wolf brought ill tidings.
From the start it was a kind creature. But our mistrust and cruelty have robbed the poor wolf of its sweetness and life.
Would it be a kindness to kill it then?
We are past the time for such mercy. This wolf has power now that would test our strengths combined. I fear he is possessed of a power that renders him ever-living.
Then we will offer him a different fate. This cord is unbreakable. You must convince him to wear it. It will act as a leash, whose magic will signal that he's safely secured. An assurance to the Aesir who fear him. A beacon, that is all. No harm will befall the poor Fenrir.
Fenrir, yes. You know the creature's name. Did Loki tell you?
He did. It's a fine name.
Yes. Dweller of the Fens. An apt name for his current fate. Fenrir! A good word has come!
Leave me.
I wish you well, Great Wolf. But a fear still hangs over Asgard. The Aesir worry about your growing size and strength.
Do they now? And what do they have to be afraid of? Old friend.
Javi brings a collar fashioned by the dwarves. A beacon. That we may track from a distance to know where you roam. Wear this, and you may live and thrive in Asgard, without worry.
I smell something sour.
Wear the collar, or return to Jotunheimer. There's no third way.
Son of Loki, have I not treated you with kindness? We are bonded, you and I. And as I trust my king, so you may trust me. Open your mouth. As a pledge of faith, you may take my hand if I am untrue.
Fair.
Be swift, Javi. Javi?
Nice.
Unbind him! Javi!
Here you stay, Fen Dweller!
Here you die. Deceiver.
signals.
The home of the gods turns red. Red with gore. age of storms, an age of wars.
Where did you hear these words of prophecy?
comes the second great sorrow, when the Javi goes to fight for lebih.
How do you know these things?
This is the tale I tell myself each night in the cold and dark, before I sleep and dream of tasting your flesh.
I could not strike the killing blow. All my oaths remain unbroken.
Anyone lesser would have succumbed to his hatred.
If I could have done this any other way.
There was no other way, Harvey. Our fates are fixed.
Fate, oh no, you made a great sacrifice on my behalf.
It was not for you.
Do not think your kindness has made you a new friend, Lord of Imbeciles. I will kill you, all of you, gorging on Aesir flesh.
You may strike the final blow, son of Loki, but I will savor my years of freedom before we meet again. Come, old friend. The healing hands of Freya can help you. Have you come to say what I fear?
Not to say,
but to show. A vision of the times to come.
None living or dead now equal our heavy in arrogance. To believe that you could remake your fate thus.
For all your efforts, for all your struggles, the threads of fate still bind you as tight to your feathers. And yet, from this pattern, a single strand escapes the fray and stubbornly clings to the weave. As Vanir, your doom will come. The earth will shake, the sun will die. Jötnar will stalk your streets as fire rains upon your heads. And the great wolf Fenrir will feast upon your blood. But you have found a way to live beyond this terror.
Let it flow.
To cheat your death.
From the life tree we go, To the life tree we shall one day return.
Mind and spirit will surge to a time far beyond your own. To a time in which you shall be reborn.
None may follow. Loki least of all. It is done. Time to face our end.
This was not my day to die.
Quests. Viking tracked quest Vinland bound to fate. There are more secrets waiting to be discovered in Asgard. Press left mouse button. World. Hold left mouse button. Hold left mouse button. Wake up. Hold left mouse button. Hold left mouse button. Wake up.
Eivor, you have awakened. With more to share, I hope.
I returned to Asgard.
And what did you see?
I bound the great wolf.
I bound the wolf Fenrir, Loki's son, with an unbreakable cord. The beast was enraged by my actions. We fought and I prevailed, but I could not kill the beast.
You visit lore and legend. Things I would never have imagined to be real. Parables, yet here you live them as memories.
Every moment there was as tactile and as vital as you and I seated in this hut.
This is wonderful. Was there more?
I bound the great... I betrayed Tyr.
There was a betrayal. I betrayed my friend Tyr. I stood by as the great wolf mauled him, tearing his arm off at the joint. I could have said something to prevent it, given him a warning. But I did nothing.
How did it feel?
I was unmoved by his pain. Not hateful, but I did not regret my indifference. A swig of poison that drinks like wine.
Selfishness unmeasured often feels this way. What else did you see?
I saw...
I witnessed a final vision from the Nornir. The coming of Ragnarok. All was fire and ash, a chaos like a foul wind from the depths of Ginnungagap. But we were ready for the coming storm. 8 of us. We drank the mead, then stood and marched to our doom. That was the end of the Nornir's prophecy.
How curious. Was there more?
I saw Ragnarok begin. That is all.
I can make sense of no more.
I see. The thrust of these visions seem clear to me. As in your first reverie, a fear of betrayal hangs upon you. Odin has seen fit to gift you with his infinite knowledge, and the treasure of his experience. Perhaps his tale is a warning. The indifference he felt is a great pity. See that you do not follow this same road. To do so would risk a loneliness, a personal exile, worse than death.
I understand. Or, I hope I do. Thank you, Valka.
Skills. Assassin carry. Power stroke. Ability damage. Heavy damage. Way of the Raven. Assassination damage. Light attack heavy resistance. Stealth. Range. Melee. Melee critical. Assassination ability stealth. Stealth. Guided arrow. Way of the Raven. Headshot. Assassination. Way of the Raven. Assassination Light shield. Increases your mastery with light shields. Quests. The Reeve of Wind C.E. Stret. World. Undiscovered location. Ray. Not Brimcliff Monastery. Hold left mouse button fast travel.
Is that a child I hear? A cry. Stay there, girl. I will help you out.
Oh, thank you! Thank you! I thought I was going to die in here. I give myself
Find and speak to the man in white.
but I very seldom follow it.
You're hurt. Hold on. I'll carry you.
especially white ones. Now, just a little rest, and I'll be ready for more adventures.
You hurt yourself hunting a rabbit.
Hunting? No, he just seemed, well, in a hurry. I wanted to see where he was going.
Take care with that curiosity, girl. You never know where it might lead. Farewell.
Password list, press E close, Sky, no that is too easy. Fishy fish fish. Or, my favorite fruit, what is it called? Red potato? No, apple. The new password is apple. Don't tell my mother.
What's the password?
What? Just let me past.
No, that's not how it works. You need to say the password.
Apple?
Apple.
Yes! Welcome, valued customer. Welcome to the tiny black market, traveler. Come and browse our treasures.
Where are these treasures? I see only odds and ends.
That's what you think. These 3 items here are true treasures. We have this special shoe, a shell of all the colors, and a petrified worm. Which one do you want to look at?
The colorful shell.
This shell looks pretty.
It carries the whole ocean in it. Truly.
Really? I doubt that.
Just place it next to your ear, and you'll hear for yourself.
Money buy. For don't buy.
Anything else?
None of them. The petrified...
That petrified worm looks a lot like a stick.
That's because this worm is more than 80 barquillion years old. Whoever carries it will live forever. Unless you lose it, then you turn into a pile of dust.
Money buy. Don't...
Anything else?
None of them. The petrified... None of them. The shoe.
Why are you selling a moldy old shoe?
This shoe has magical properties. You'll see when you put it on. We stuff some paper in it to keep it from wrinkling. So you get the paper too.
Money buy. Don't...
Anything else?
None of them.
I have better things to do than play this game.
Oh, fine then. Come back when you're not being such a grump bags. Back again? They always come back.
None of them. Money buy. Money.
All right, I'll take it.
And the paper inside comes for free. Bargains galore at the tiny black market. Anything else?
The petrified worm. The colorful shell. None of them.
I have better things to do than play this game.
Oh, fine then. Come back when you're not being such a grump bags.
What's this? The paper inside the shoe has writing on it. Perhaps this is a treasure after all.
Let's go put it here.
Find and speak to the man in white. Find and speak to the man in white. Find and speak to the man in white. Find and speak to the man in white.
Won't take long.
Feel stronger already.
Find and speak to the man in white. Find and speak to the man in white.
Chant, need to get on the other side.
Come here! Come! Help me with this!
Find and speak to the man in white. Find and speak to the man in white. Illuminated text concerning wind. Find and speak to the man in white.
Hey! Come here a moment!
Let's watch for the count! I'll take you! Have your fix out! Not much longer, corpse!
Find and speak to the man in white. 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 Find and speak to the man in white.
What's all this?
Find and speak to the man in white. 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 Find and speak to the man in white.
Help! What?
Find and speak to the man in white. Find and speak to the man in white. Find and speak to the man in white.
Give me a hand with this!
Someone plundering here!
World.
Wishing be resident! Flee on!
Find and speak to the man in white.
Wait!
Find and speak to the man in white. 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 A scroll dedicated to the statue, press E close, this lady was fierce. A saga so great, she slayed Beowulf himself. Her name is Winnie-Wolf, killer of complaints, silencer of the dreamless, increaser of blood doom, storm. Find and speak to the man in white. World. Hold left mouse button fast travel. Find and speak to the man in white.
Your life is in peril.
Who's there?
We are the wisps of the swamp. Leave all you have as tribute, or you will never see the sun again.
Spirits! We will see about that.
Find and speak to the man in white. 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 Dreadful warning, press E close, the souls of the dead haunt this swamp. Bring something to appease them if you would reach the far side. Find and speak to the man in white. 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 Find and speak to the man in white.
Go back, or be lost forever!
Find and speak to the man in white. 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 Find and speak to the man in white.
They found us, lads. No sudden moves, all right?
Here are the mysterious wisps. So you and your fellows like to scare travelers into giving up their valuables.
That's right. We're peaceful like that. Wouldn't hurt a fly, me.
You tried to rob me.
A sorry necessity. We three were left homeless after your country folk, burned our village to ashes. Now we do what we must to keep body and soul together. Here, you figured out our trick. Can you help us?
Help you?
Just a few pointers. How can we improve? Be more effective ghosts, so to speak.
Attack, your bandit days are over.
I'll make you into real ghosts, you thieving scum.
We'll see about that. Hoof it, lads!
Find and speak to the man in white. Find and speak to the man in white. Find and speak to the man in white.
Won't be gentle if they spot me. The seat of King Alfred's power, where hawkshit stains my boots. I will find the man in white in their god's house.
Find and speak to the man in white. Find and speak to the man in white. Find and speak to the man in white.
This must be the house of their timid god. They built him a rich dwelling.
Bishop Aelfirth. He is not with God. He is locked in the flaming crypt where all heretics go.
Oh, I don't hear you.
Find and speak to the man in white. 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 Paranoid note, press E close. I can feel eyes looking at me from the shadows. I know someone is trying to kill me and lay hands on the treasure. To ensure my safety, I've hidden all the keys in places which only I am aware of. Find and speak to the man in white.
the mighty fall.
Parable, press E close. The beginning of the Lord's life is with the water, the middle is through the light, and the last ends in the ground.
Well versed in the Bible.
Find and speak to the man in white. 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 Find and speak to the man in white.
A Dane treads the cobbles of God's house, in search of Christ's redemption, I hope.
Your Christ can wait his turn. It's you I've come to see.
Is that so?
When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly cometh wisdom. You know these words, and you know why I speak them.
I do, but I am not yet satisfied that you are the one for the task ahead. As Jesus said unto Thomas, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Speak the deeds of Christ in order. Only then will you cometh unto my Lord.
Charisma level 4. Take me as I am, a lowly pagan. Where can I learn of his deeds?
If I must dance to your tune, tell me where to step.
In books one may find such wisdom. We had many in England, before the Danes burned our churches. A few yet remain nearby. Or perhaps a more pious soul in need of charity will reward you with a lesson.
Where can I learn of his deeds? I will return.
I have nothing for you now, but I will return.
Find the answer to the Christian test. Resurrection story.
From the dead.
Press E close.
Nice trick.
At his tomb the earth shook and an angel appeared asking them why they looked for the living among the dead. He has risen. Find the answer to the Christian test. Baptism story. Press E close.
So
for God's Spirit breathed on the waters, and in the Jordan River, Jesus was cleansed of all sin. Find the answer to the Christian test. Revelation story. Press E close. On the mountain, he walked with his disciples. His face shone like the sun, and his clothes became as white as the light.
Speak the deeds of Christ in order.
They did not find. His face shone like the sun.
On the mountain his face shone like the sun, and he became light.
His transfiguration.
They did not find. He was cleansed in the river. They did not find.
The women came with offerings. but they could not find him when they looked among the dead.
His resurrection.
He was cleansed in the river.
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism. Thou art weighed in the balances, and found wanting. Perhaps you should try again. Speak his story, in order.
He was cleansed in the river.
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism.
They did not find him when they looked.
The women came with offerings, but they could not find him when they looked among the dead.
His resurrection.
His face shone like the sun. Let me
curse you, cloth peg. Let me start again.
God has infinite patience. Speak his deeds in order.
They did not find him. He was cleansed in the river.
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism.
They did not. His face.
On the mountain his face shone like the sun, and he became light.
His transfiguration.
They did not find him when they looked.
The women came with offerings, but they could not find him when they looked among the dead.
His resurrection. And Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness. Well spoken.
Are the riddles done?
That is not for me to decide, for I am not the one who summoned you. If you follow, I will lead you to him.
I solved your riddle, and all I get is silence. Who am I to meet?
Shh. Even a fool, when he keeps silent, is considered wise.
Yet men become wise by speaking with other men. They grow foolish when keeping to silence.
Hush! Your prattling offends God's ears. We're here.
May Christ, whose terror scares away the foul throngs, make with me a strong covenant. Was God's lesson instructive?
Your God fears death as mine do. You have a fine skill.
Do all the priests in Winchester have this same skill for drama? You risk your life, Alfred King.
I have invited you here to speak on equal terms. Do the Dane laws of hospitality not apply in Wessex?
You gifted my Jarl to that whelp from the Order of Ancients, the warrior Fulke.
Fulke was an enemy of Wessex. But it seems someone has already removed her threat from my lands.
If you did not hear it was me, you have now.
Impressive. The Order of Ancients has surely been crippled by her loss.
How much do you know of this order?
Only this, and little more. This letter, signed by one who calls himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ, warns of a plot against my life.
The gallows, the quill, the Sikhs, free men eager to kill you.
2 now. The Bishop Aelfirth is dead. He was the Sikhs, so far as I can tell.
And a humble servant of your god. That must sting.
Still, his death has strengthened Christian fellowship in Winchester. I pray the deaths of his colleagues will do the same.
I should let the order kill you. Why would you trust me?
You have faced warriors like me many times before, and many times you have lost or been cheated. Why trust me now?
I have men in London and Jorvik. Men who send me reports on the rise and fall of the tides of war. Not long ago, men and women of some influence were murdered in those places. In oddly specific circumstances. When I received this letter from our poor fellow soldier, It did not take long to work out why. I don't know your motive, nor what you hope to gain. All I ask is that you finish the work you have begun, before these fallen souls infest England further.
I should let the Order kill you. It would speed our conquest of England.
You may remove the organs of state. The cancer will remain.
Then promise me a reward I can sing about. A healthy king's weight in silver.
Very well. As much as you can carry. This morning, my reeve, Goodwin, was not at his post.
A man you trust?
Goodwin was following the clues given in this letter when he disappeared.
Where was he last seen?
At his house, by the west gate. You may find something there. Eivor, compose yourself while you are my guest. My city is not a battlefield.
Not yet, great king, but the day will come.
Access